Hey guys, it's Teacher Courtney here. I am an online ESL teacher through VIPKID. I wanted to come on here and give a few tips on passing the SMART demo interview or pretty much any interview or mock class that you may be taking. These are just, some of these are going to be what they're looking for, but then just some other tips that I feel are very beneficial in kind of gaining some confidence in your teaching style and just your ability to pass each of those steps. If you are wanting to follow my page and just kind of see some updates, and I post lots of things VIPKID related here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and you can not miss anything that I might post. If you are in the process and you would like some extra assistance with how to pass each step or what to do once you get started and how to get more bookings and that kind of thing, I can be your personal mentor along the way. Just either follow the link that's provided below at VIPKidCareer.com and start filling out your application there. Or if you've already started and you don't have a mentor that's added in there and you would like that to be me, go into your account tab and add under the referral Court 0495. Once you enter this, or if you follow the link provided, you will be automatically added into my tracker and I will follow you each step of the way. So I would get notified at every step. So every time you pass it on to the next level, if you book anything like a live demo or a mock class, I would be notified of that as well. And so I will be there to communicate with you any way that you need about anything VIPKID related, so you can be just as successful as a teacher as you want to be. So I'm going to go over what they're looking for first, and then I will branch into extra tips that I might that I will pass on to you guys. So one of the main things that they're looking for is your ability to reach or maintain the lesson objectives. So every class, every lesson has lesson objectives, and you can find these when you're looking through the materials for that class. So examples of what these lesson objectives might be. I can say my name is, that might be one of the objectives. I am able to answer simple questions with the simple phrase, and then it might have a phrase that they want you to use. Vocabulary words are always going to be on there, so whatever their vocabulary word is. It could be a phonics. There might be phonics in the lesson, and I can pull out the p sound in pair, or it could be a letter. I will be able to recognize uppercase and lowercase letter A. So those are going to be what those objectives look like. You want to be able to, at the end of the lesson, your student be able to understand all of these objectives and have maintained them throughout the lesson. Another thing that they're looking for is that you can use TPR. If you haven't watched my video on TPR, I do recommend watching it. I go through different things that you could use. What even is TPR? That is total physical response. So with TPR, you are using like a charades type movement, if you will. So if I were to teach the word cat, I might say meow, meow, cat, cat. So you're using your body language and your movement to demonstrate a vocabulary word. If I were to say ride a bike, ride a bike. That might be something that you want to do. Sometimes with TPR you might use TPR to demonstrate a letter like U or O. So that comes up. I use that a lot with my level 1 kiddos. So, using that TPR. And it's very effective. TPR is so important because they're going to remember cup, or drink or cup, either one. Eat, eat. So that is what TPR is. Another one that they're looking for is modeling. Can you model behavior for your student? Think about modeling. My son watches me all the time, okay? So he is always observing my behavior, observing my actions all the time, all the time. So this is going to be an example. I am a short person. So I am short. I cannot reach the top of the cabinet. So I will climb up on the cabinet or climb up on a chair to reach what I can't grab. I hear a chair pushing like a stool going across the kitchen floor, and I go in there and I notice that my son is climbing on the chair onto the cabinet to reach something in the cabinet, or climbing on the counter to grab something out of the cabinet. He's watching. He's observing. So modeling is so important. So important. So with your students, you are going to model the behavior you want them to perform. So if I want to teach circle, I might circle the dog. Or I might even grab out, I don't have, let me see if I've got, dry erase board. So I might even show them circle. That way they know, circle. So I'm modeling what I want them to do. And that will help them. So then they will know, oh, she wants me to circle on the screen. So modeling is definitely effective. A lot of times I will even model, let's sing, because I teach only level 1. And we sing all the time in level 1. We have like a beginning song, an ending song, a unit song in the middle. We're always singing. So when I want them to sing, I will be like, la 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 la. And they will mimic. So I don't want my students to just think that I want them to sing and I'm not going to participate with them. So I model it and then they are going to mimic that behavior. No one wants to be alone, and especially singing. And so definitely they want to know that you can model that behavior that you want. If you want to model a sentence, this is a dog. And then you want them to repeat. So you might point at your mouth for them to know, okay, she wants me to speak. And then she's listening to me. If they miss a word, I might say, this is a dog. So I'm showing them how many words that I want them to say. So that's another way that you can show modeling. Another thing that they're looking for is your speaking speed. Okay, so they want to know, or they want to watch that your speaking isn't too fast. The way I'm talking to you right now is too fast. Okay, so these are brand new students. They brand new English. So think about, if I were in a class and I didn't understand the language and they spoke very fast, I would be lost at the very beginning. I might be able to pull a word out if I've heard it numerous times, but it's scary. It's scary to be talked to very quickly in a language you don't understand. So, speaking of very slowly, I think about the movie Zootopia and the sloth that's in the movie that's in the DMV. Pretty comical. But you don't want to talk that slow. But you might say, this is a dog. That way they can pull out those words. They know this is a word. Is a dog. So they can pull out each separate word, if that makes sense. Along with speaking speed, you want to eliminate any incidental language. What is that? That is any language that is too difficult for them to understand. So too many words in a sentence, or words that have multiple meanings. So I might not say Bao Bao is a sweet student, because they're going to think sweet. Sweet is like candy. So it has multiple meanings there. So avoid any of that. I wouldn't give a nickname to a student that they didn't understand. So in the South, we use sweetie pie or honey a lot when we're talking, or maybe even buddy for a little boy. I wouldn't say, hey buddy, what's this? Because they wouldn't understand. What is buddy? They don't know. So it's best to say their name or just don't say any of that at all. So an example, if I had my little toy zebra, if I'm trying to demonstrate zebra, I wouldn't hold this up and say, this is a zebra. A zebra has stripes. I might just say zebra. And then if I want them to know a sentence, then I might say, this is a zebra. And then I might prompt them to find the colors. But if I'm just throwing words at them that they don't understand, then that can be very difficult and very confusing. So we want to avoid any extra words that they may not understand. Next is we want, that is all of the main things that they might be looking for versus for your teaching style, for what you're getting across there. They do want you to use props. So props could be, I have a lot of little people animals, so I use a lot of those. Cheese out of like I think it was like make a sandwich or something that my son had. I have a Maui. So boy comes up with this guy. Hair, I show hair with this guy. I teach wrestle with it. So wrestle, I get another Moana. Wrestle. So props are used quite a bit. Props can be 2D props, so you can have apple, bee, vocab or letters, or you can have the actual like object. So zebra, you can have the actual thing. So you want at least 2 to 3 props. I would get together some. Your whiteboard can be your friend because you can draw. So let's say you have pizza. I get that a lot, and I don't have a prop. So I would just draw pizza. Don't judge my pizza very quickly. I wasn't planning on doing this. So pizza, and you guys know what this is, right? Pizza. So I can hold this up, and they will always know, more often than not, that this is pizza. So you can draw your props as well. I draw quite a bit. Drew a camel the other day, and my student, God, I thought she was gonna fall out of her chair because it was not good. It was not pretty. I don't even have it. I'm not gonna show you guys. So you need props in there. So have some props. Have some TPR ready. They want to see that TPR working. So if you don't have a prop for it, then use the TPR. So let's say I have zebra, but I don't have cat. Oop, there it goes. Cat. Meow. So you can use that. Body parts come in handy. So when you're teaching body parts, nose. So you can show it there, or you can show it on the person. So hand, or feet. And then you can show your own feet. And then they like to show theirs, and then I'm just like, stinky, ew, stinky feet, ew. And they think it's so comical. So be fun with your student. Be so fun because they love to laugh, and it gets them learning more. Because if you can get them laughing, then they're engaged more. Last thing for what they're looking for is you need to have some sort of educational background. So this isn't exactly, I have my computer turned a little bit. But you get the gist of what's back here. But my name, I have hello, and then I have an alphabet poster that I made, put up there. You can have a map. You can have a letter or a counting poster. I used to have a counting poster with octopus on it. And you can have like a letter board. I know a lot of people use like magnetic sheets in the back so they can put magnets on it. Or dry erase board so they can change it, or like a cork board, I think is what it is, so they can like pin things to it. So be creative. Don't overthink it. Just be creative with it and have fun. This is like it's like cardstock paper or something, like some kind of, like thicker than construction paper. I know that. So those are the main things that they're going to look for while you're teaching, okay? But some things to go into when you're going in to the class, into the lesson, into the demo, into the interview, any of those, take a deep breath. I do this a lot with my students, my college level students. Anytime we take a test, big deep breath in. So big breath in your nose, slowly out your mouth. This will automatically bring down the blood pressure, bring down the heart rate, so that way you can be calm in that room. Another thing is being grounded. So ground your feet firmly on, like place your feet firmly on the ground. That is grounding. So ground yourself that way. It will help. Find something. So if you like a tactile person, have something there that, you know, I'm big on like playing with things. So it just kind of helps to keep me kind of focused and kind of calm in that sense as well. So anything that calms you down. Of course, practice until you are comfortable. And then go in there and deep breath and be yourself. Okay, they want to see your personality shine through. So definitely go in there, be yourself, take that deep breath, drink you some water, and then just rock it, because you are going to. So if you've worked with kids, then you've got this. You're working with kids. You're teaching these kids English. And if you have kids at home, you've done this already. You teach your kids English already. So don't worry. Don't worry. Go out there and rock it. Until next time. Bye.